So that's a really important question. How can we transcend to perceive higher realities? It's an important question because without transcendence, we are entrenched in this reality, which we believe to be the only reality. So when that happens, we can get drawn into this reality and live almost exclusively on this plane of reality. So transcendence is very significant. How do we transcend? Well, what we do to transcend is, firstly, we need to minimize the ways in which this reality tends to draw us out. So typically, sensory streams of data is number one. So we're constantly seeing things, we're constantly hearing things, etc., all the five senses. Furthermore, we have a tendency to constantly analyze, think, process, plan, etc. All these are pretty natural to us on this level of reality. Well, all of these have to be reduced, or I would say at least some have to be reduced. So we have a chance to, almost like pushing the pause button on this reality, so that other realities have a chance to present themselves and we have a chance to perceive them. So that's actually the crux of the matter. If we can visualize, if we can minimize visual streams of data, auditory streams of data, minimize our level of thinking, or tendency to fixate on thoughts, then when we sit in that state, initially our senses, we feel like a fish out of water. We feel like I want to be doing something. I want to read something. I want to talk to somebody. This is simply our addiction to data streams. When we eliminate that, we have to make a disciplined effort to say, I'm going to spend 10 minutes and not look at the TV, not look at my phone, etc., etc. So when we do that and follow certain practices, if there's ways to train your consciousness. For example, in my book, I talk about a technique, a set of techniques called Awakening Infinite Radiance that helps you go from engagement with the finite to a subtler and subtler and subtler and subtler state. So in a period of 20 minutes, it takes you from physical to non-physical, to finite to the infinite. And that's a powerful way to transcend in a short period of time. But whatever technique you feel drawn to, if you are able to set aside the concerns of physical reality, you are naturally making yourself available for transcendence. And secondly, I would say, notice where transcendence is already happening. So for you, maybe it's a moment in the shower when you naturally tend to not think about anything and you're in the shower, you're just enjoying the moment. You've actually, in a sense, transcended this engagement, intense engagement with physical reality. And even though you may be feeling sensations of water, still you are going with pure sensations as opposed to being unduly drawn into physical reality. So, or it might be a moment listening to music, or it might be watching a sunset. There is transcendence happening right there. And another one is just when you're about to fall asleep, you almost set aside everything and you haven't fully fallen asleep. There's like a twilight zone. In that twilight zone, if you are aware, not hyper aware, but just aware, you can see that you're transcending reality. So these are some ways you could transcend reality, and it's very, very doable for every one of us. When you choose light, life becomes increasingly joyful, purposeful, and inspired. I invite you to join me to explore the realms of light, the infinite possibilities that light offers.